everybody, and welcome back. This is a Legacy School Literacy lesson for week 8. So in our last video, we actually read an extract from an autobiography written by Helen Forrester called Liverpool Miss. So today we're going to actually look at some of the exercises attached to the text. You should have a paragraph written about a great memory that you have in your life. It could be about your first day of school. It could be about an experience you've had in a hospital. It could be about a special birthday party. And you were supposed to include lots of figurative language, exaggerations, and short, snappy sentences for excitement and longer sentences for description. Should be between 9 and 10 sentences and written in your literacy copybook. Now that you have that done, keep your literacy copybook open because we have a few questions that we need answered. So you'll find these questions on page 29 in your literacy work textbook. So exercise 2, give the meaning of the following words or phrases as it is used in the passage. In unison, inflections, forlornly, an aura, hair which was improbably golden. You can use a dictionary to help you, but I also want you to go back to the text and see what context they were used in. For question 2, what made the sweet shop stand out among the other shops in the area? Number 3, explain in your own words why Helen thought her mother sounded sarcastic when she asked about the post that was available. Number 4, give 3 differences between mother and the sweet shop owner and explain how these details help you to understand the characters of the two women. So what are the differences between how mother acts and how mother seems, and how the sweet shop owner acts and seems as well? And number 5, imagine you are the sweet shop owner. Using information you have gathered from the passage, write 2 paragraphs giving your thoughts about Helen and her mother. So you're going to imagine that you are the sweet shop owner here, and then write 1 paragraph about the mother and what you think about the mother, and 1 paragraph about Helen and what you think about her. Helen being the young girl that's with her. All right. And then we're going to move on to the bottom of page 30. It says in both of these descriptions, the writers are describing the lives of children, their lives as children. For example, Stephen Girard tells us about all of his thoughts about going to school, and in particular, how football completely dominated his life. Helen Forrester, rather than telling us in great detail of what her feelings were, gives us her memory of a particular episode in her childhood. So she's not talking about just one memory and going over it one feeling and going over it over and over again. She's telling us about one thing that happened in her childhood. Through this, she allows us to understand and share her thoughts and to gain an understanding of her mother's character and their relationships. So instead of just telling us what her mother was like growing up, she showed us a situation that she was in, and she allowed us to form our own conclusions or formulate our own thoughts about what kind of personality her mother has. We also learned something about what it is like growing up in an industrial city during an economic depression in the 1930s. That being Liverpool. We found that out because she wasn't going to be making a lot of money. Young children were allowed to work, and so on and so forth. Both passages also include details which help us to bring alive the situations they describe. For example, Stephen's description of the school lunch hour and the details about Helen gives us and the details that Helen gives us about her mother and the shopkeeper. The two